Hey guys, I wanted to share with you that I get really fucking scared and like terrified, and I'm in like fear of rejection, like being by society or my friends or my family and all these things, especially as I've gone on my spiritual journey, and share a little bit of that with you because I know that so many light workers and healers and spiritual badasses are like so ready to shine their light in the world, and like fear is what's holding them back. And I hear it over and over again, especially with spiritual entrepreneurs, that fear of looking like they're crazy, of looking like they won't be accepted, that they might be like institutionalized, that like people, if they find out that they have gifts or that they can heal people and that they can do this and shine their light, that there could be some kind of like negative repercussion for them around it. So I really felt called to share this message, even though my body is like, we're going to share this, we're going to do this more and more, okay, this is interesting. And I'm leaning into it, and it's important that we can lean into it, and that we can do it before we're perfect, and that we can like fail forward and we can share. And I'm really loving being more vulnerable with you guys and sharing my experiences, and I really appreciate everyone who like hearts it and loves it and likes it and sends me private messages and comments. I love you guys so much, but like it's an expansion of my journey. Like all the things that Joyful Goddess is going to be is a little bit scary for me right now as I like unfold what it could be, and as I like tap into and get the downloads of what it's going to look like. So I wanted to share that because I can mirror and see a lot of the same things that have come up, and I can like catch them earlier on. I can catch the beliefs around it. I stay in it less. I can move through and use all the tips and tricks and tools I have to like support me through it. But it's like layers of an onion. Like the stuff that came up kind of when I started my full-time happiness coach and healer journey is coming up again in different ways as I'm showing up as a joyful goddess, as I'm doing those kind of things in my life. And hello for everyone who's popping on live. Hi Mike and Belina and Katrina and Lacey and Sherry and Pat and Christy and Caitlin and Anne-Marie and Lacey and Dean and James and Sophie and Angela. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And Cecile. So I want to share the different things that I've had fear around. Like I definitely had fear around leaving the accounting world, not being a bookkeeper, not like having that data entry side of me like being done, because it's so logical, like it's so analytical and it makes sense. And I remember being a corporate accountant and someone introducing me to crystals, and I wasn't even on board with that there's energy around it. I was on board that maybe when I look at the rose quartz or the selenite crystal, I will remember, okay, to love myself, okay, to like clear my energy, or like to like think, okay, I'm going to like not let that bother me. I'm going to just like focus on the positive. I was on board that it could be like a mental trick. I wasn't on board so much as it's energy, it has a vibration, there's beings in it, like that. It's not like a being in it, it's we're all energy and we're all connected and we're all things like So when I was in the corporate world, I was totally hiding who I was. I had one side of me that was doing all this healing work and all this. Sorry guys, wind's like blowing. And then I'm focusing on my parents instead of being vulnerable. Interesting. A little bookmark for later. So that's been very interesting to see the differences between my journey then and now, where I used to be like, I'm going to be looked at as crazy if I put too many like crystals at my desk, or if I like wear crystals when I was in a corporate accounting, and if I'm going to leave the safety and security of a regular paycheck and all those kind of things to just trust my higher powers, God, creator, source energy, that I'm here for a purpose and that I'm here to help people and help people live happy, healthy, fulfilling lives, and not suppress themselves and numb themselves down and be workaholics and alcoholics and addicted to things and like just like be in pain and try to like shove that pain down. So I'm here to help people find their love, find their light, really embody that, and to live like a free, abundant, blissfully happy life. So every step along that journey came with fears, came with overwhelm, came with little thoughts and judgments from my family on if I'd be able to like sustain myself and what it looks like, and how I'm gonna just like all of a sudden like fucking call myself a happiness coach and healer. No one knows what that is. I wasn't even going with like life coach as my title or like theta healer as my title. I was like, happiness coach and healer is what the universe is telling me to do. And it came with such clarity that I could trust it. and I was ready for it, and I was open to it, and I started talking about that a little bit on the Love and Light show today, so definitely catch that. I know that sometimes the audio wasn't great on that. We had lots of energies coming in to support us, so if you bear with us, we kind of reset every once in a while during that call if you want to go back and watch the Love and Light show. So in connecting on the Love and Light show with all these amazing entrepreneurs and just having amazing lightworker friends, and every certification that I go to, it comes up that people are fearful of their gifts, of their natural talents, of what we're here to do in the world. So I want to create more space and hold space for you as you're growing outside your comfort zone, as you're making these big leaps, that you can totally shine your light and be fully loved and accepted, and that it will continue to get better and better and better, and better than you could ever imagine, and it keeps getting better than you could ever imagine. So when you're in those resistant times, when you're in fear, when you feel scared, know that it's going to get better. So if you need that little bit of extra pull, know that the light on the other side is more than worth it. Every time I go through those hard times and I numb out and I have resistance to stuff, it is so much better on the other side. So I encourage you to keep going if you're in that place. And hi Karen and Curtis and Giselle and Alex and Ralph and Alicia, or Eliza, and Tom and Michelle and Nadine and Cindy and Amanda and Teresa and Christopher. You always be happy. Thank you. And hi Michael. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful afternoon. Hi Tracy. So yeah, throughout my journey, I've definitely thought, oh, people are going to think I'm weird or crazy if I showed this part. I had to get very strong in it before I'd move forward, and I'd keep having that show up for myself, where once it became super safe for my friends who are healers and workers and stuff to know and stuff, then I'd start to give little pieces and stuff to it to some clients, and then when it's safe with some clients and I was accepted and I wasn't losing jobs with clients, then I'd share it with more people or share it online and stuff like that. So you guys can totally honor yourself. If you're not ready to share anything, I'm not right now encouraging you to share it if you're I'm really in so much resistance and it would be crazy if I shared this and then got that pushback, then I would just dull my shine. Not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to push you if you're not ready for that. It's just some light encouragement for anyone who is ready to shine their light, who is in that fear base, who does need this message right now, that it's safe to shine your light. And there's so many people who do need your light, so even think of them if you need some extra motivation to shine your light. Be I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for those people who need me, who need to hear my message, need to hear what I'm saying in this world. And that's what I'm doing for you guys more. I'm feeling that responsibility that within me, that I have learned and grown so much that it's so important for me to share my journey in that with you guys, because I am in such more of a stable place now. I have tons of lightworker friends through all of my certifications and do theta healing chairs, and I have amazing lightworker friends that I can say basically anything to, and they're never going to think I'm crazy. They're going to trust that came in a vision, that was downloaded to me, that was something that I experienced. They don't look at me with any kind of judgment, and I'm just so forever grateful that I found those amazing people in my life. And I want to encourage you guys to find your tribe too. I definitely used to have resistance when my old friends that weren't in alignment with me, when I had to kind of move away from them, but it created so much more amazing space for my soulmate friends, for my most amazing friends who love me unconditionally, who are so supportive, who are there for me, who I can call up and they'll help me with anything. And same with them, if they call me, I'll drop everything and help them when they're going through stuff and they need help and support. So I want to encourage you guys to open up to that. And hi Jessica and Joshua and Diane and Leslie and Alicia and Annie and Carol. I think I'm catching everyone. And Julie, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I can't wait to find that. And you will, just keep going on your journey and know that it's happening. We have to align with our tribe. So if I had stayed in resistance and stuck and numbed out as a workaholic forever, that would have been my reality, but I moved forward. So there was a time where it was hard for me to say that I was a healer, that I was an empath even. Just telling people that I was an empath, I remember that being a huge thing, to be yeah, I feel emotions. I can feel your stuff. That's why I used to be a people pleaser, because I needed to make sure the other people around me were okay in order for me to even start to be okay. I hope you have a good night too, Curtis. and I'll have to head out soon. I'm opening up the Thrive Center for our Young Living information session tonight, so I'll have to make sure I watch the time too. This video resonates with me. Thanks, Laura. You're welcome, Sophie. I'm so glad that it resonates. I knew that I had to share this message, and like sometimes my body like doesn't like it when I share things, and like other people are like, oh, you look so confident, and oh, you do live videos and all this stuff, and it holds them back. And I wasn't always like this. Like a couple years ago, I'd record for about 2.5 to 3 hours ish, one like 3-minute video on my phone, and like record and then delete it, and then record and then delete it, and like totally judge myself and be like, other people will judge myself. And that was to put in a little group that I was just doing for fun and Be Your Best Self when that started. It was just like fun challenges, and I would like record myself for hours and like send it to my boyfriend at the time and be like, does this one sound okay? And be in my head about it. And it wasn't productive, but that's where I was at. So I honored that that's where I was at. If you're at that point, there's also teleprompter apps. You can like make a script. I used to make scripts. I'd script out my videos, write it all down, and then record and record and record and delete and delete and record. And, and that was where I was at. And it was a baby step for me. And I've shared with clients and stuff that when I started the Love and Light show, the first couple episodes, I had diarrhea before I hit play. I like got so nervous that it was just going to be recorded, that people were going to know ahead of time to go live and be there, and I couldn't just like delete it or stop it if I needed to. Like I put a lot of pressure around myself around that. So like, it's normal. We have human bodies. It's normal that when we go to new levels and we share new things and we go outside our comfort zone, that it gets a little bit uncomfortable. But it's so important for us to keep moving forward so that we can shine our lights, especially because the world needs it, guys. You can look around at so many things in the world, and I'm not going to get in the energy of all the lists of things that are bad, but you know it. You know what you're called to do. I'm hugely called here to empower women. There is huge inequality in women, so that's why I'm all about women empowerment, especially through self-love and care. And it's so that we can be the leaders and step up to do that for other people. That when women are in such a better place, when they're leading from a full cup, they can give from that full cup, and they can be that leader in their family. So they can give that support to their husband, to their boyfriend, to their partner. They can do that and be that leader for their kids, for their grandchildren. They can do that in their communities. Like, women are so communally based, so like it has so many more positive ripple effects, and it's just not like that one ripple of like that one thing in a pond, but it's like over and over. It's huge, massive waves of change when we all step up and do what we're being called to do and have that influence in our communities and then on the earth as a whole. And I know that I'm here to do huge things for like healing the earth, because climate change is a real thing, like especially with the heat waves going on, and it's like not typical for us to have like heat waves early July and like extended heat waves, and it's coming in the States too. It's like all over the country. Like anyway, clearing that negative energy and all that stuff and the overwhelm of all the things that are happening. Anyway, so I'm called to heal the earth and do massive things in that. And I know that that costs money, that the world needs people to invest in renewable energy and green initiatives and better ways that we can heal ourselves and invest in organic food and heal ourselves from the inside out and do all that wonderful work. And I'm so inspired to do like huge things with like children and having mindfulness classes or programs or practices for them, because that'll be like the leaders of the future. So if we start with them and give them a really great foundation, they'll be able to teach their parents and their brothers and sisters and people in their lives and their grandparents, and like have huge ripple effects that way too. And then when we're all gone, they'll be the new stewards of the earth, and we can leave the planet in a much better place. So that's why I'm stepping up. That's part of my motivation for stepping into the Joyful Goddess more, because I know I'm here to make huge impacts, and I'm tired of dulling my light down, and I'm tired of seeing other people do it too. So I want to hold space and support you guys in any way I can to really nurture and support you in shining your light. So other things that have been like weird for me to share is like saying that I'm a reflector. So like if you know human design, there's 4 main types, and reflectors are all their centers are open. So I've shared this with like people, and it's not like a big thing for me to like talk about anymore, but like all my energetic centers are open, but it's like less than 1% of the population has it. So like that's something that's made me feel different and weird, and that I'm not like a manifestor, a manifesting generator, or like a projector like other people are. So like I haven't found any other reflectors in the spiritual community yet. One time there was this group and I didn't really like, oops, there's messages popping in. Didn't really resonate with her, so I didn't connect with her, but like that was something that made me feel really in fear and weird around like labels of life. I'm clear cognizant. When I do my theta healing downloads, sometimes I'll say random things and like say it before I even like think about it. Like it doesn't really go through my mind. I just say something and it super resonates with them. That's because I'm channeling through God, creator, universe, whatever they need for that healing. So I make sure that I like let go of my human mind through that, and I can just be a clear channel in whatever the person who needs supported is through that. And that used to be a big fear for me, to be like, what if people find out that I'm like saying these random things and like channeling through I used to have a bunch of stuff around channels too, and it's not like I'm gonna like sit here and be a medium and like go between this realm and some other stuff, but that used to be something I had huge resistance to, and was like, oh my god, if people know that I'm like the middleman between them and God and the universe and creator and this oneness energy, then they'll think I'm insane and put me in an institution. And that comes up for people where they're like, I don't want to like be like and put in a white jacket and stuff like that. And so they're like, for anyone who hasn't fully immersed themselves into spiritual communities, connect with me. There's so many like Facebook groups and amazing supportive places for people to begin their journeys and to spread their wings in it and to be fully accepted and loved in it. So definitely reach out if you're interested in one of those communities, and I'll see which one might be a good fit for you where you're at right now. And then starting to get like little premonitions of things like that started happening in the winter, and like I told my boyfriend at the time, and then that was like my safety level of it. And then it happened when I was with friends in like a theta share, and I'm like, oh my god, I knew that was about to happen. Literally, I knew that the tea was gonna spill. Then I like tried to do things with my like controlling mind to like not make it spill, and like be like, well, who has tea? Anyway, it ended up someone just bumped the table later and it spilled, and I was like, oh my god, I knew that was gonna happen. And I'm like, I feel like I'm crazy. Like I feel like if anyone else knows that I get premonitions of things and like I just have knowings of stuff about to happen, then people are gonna think I'm insane. So I'm here to share vulnerably my experience, what I've gone through, and to help and support you guys and hold space for you guys as you shine your light and as you expect or open up and expand the spiritual gifts that you have, so that you can really feel like it's safe to share it and know that it's safe for you to reach out to me if you have any questions, if you want to be connected with more spiritual communities, if you need any support in any way that I can. I'm definitely here for you guys. And hi Rose and Alexandra and Lauren and Veronica and Sean and Donna and Mark and Jack and Alicia and Valerie and Dean and Jess and Lacey. Love this reassurance I needed here. I'm glad that that's resonating to you so much. Lots of love and light on this gorgeous day. Yes, I'm sending you lots of love too, Lacey. Thank you so much. So I'm sending you guys all so much love and light and grace and compassion and openness, so that you guys can really step into the full expression of your authentic self and show up and be who you are without that fear. So I'm sending you guys so much love and healing energy around that, and I hope that you have a wonderful night. Bye.